My name is Paul Sabbath. I've had the distinct honor of knowing Charles about 6 years now, and we work closely together at Verizon. To give a little background of the way my relationship with Charles is, we worked very closely together on a project right before COVID hit. And we used to joke with each other, coming into the office, one of us had COVID. So we had a side step. And especially in our stand-ups, we always kind of joked with each other about staying too close. But once the company decided everybody goes home, we work remotely, Charles and I would actually get on the phone or a call at the beginning of the day. And we would basically just stay in touch with each other throughout the day. And doing that, I got to know Charles and what a dedicated person he actually is, not just to the company, but to his family. And we would work these long hours together, and then he would tell me, I've got to go because I have to go to my MBA class. So he would drive an hour and a half down to Atlanta to go to school for 2-3 hours a night, come home and take care of his young son. And in the morning, he would be on the call again. And for me, that showed a strength of character and ambition, but not just for his own family, but for what I noticed was he wanted to help others. And when I talked more and more with Charles, we got to know each other personally. And one of the things that I found was, again, it's been spoken about here, is he's a true man of faith. And one of the scriptures that I think that Charles really embodies is Ephesians, where it says, don't let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful to building up others according to their needs, and that it may benefit those who listen. So Charles, always cheerful, always upbeat, always positive. And I think with his successes in life and with that spirit of not speaking negatively, this book came from that. He wants to reach out to let others share in his ideas of how they can grow their own lives and to be a positive impact on those around them. One of the lines in the book that I think really spoke to me was, success doesn't rely on perfection, right? It doesn't. That's not what it's based on. I have so much fear of whatever I want to give out, it's just not good enough, right? It's it holds me back. But just hearing those simple words makes me understand that I'm holding back my gift from sharing something that, like Charles has done, that can impact someone else and move them forward on their dreams. So I've picked this up, and then more Joe has talked about how he calls Charles, Charles Mel Gibson. I think it's more like Charles Elon Musk. Only because what he does isn't about himself. It's not about building his world, it's about building the world of others, right? And what he does is he wants to feed all of us and have us grow out and be an impact. And whether or not he becomes successful with that or wealthy from that or become notorious with that, that's beside the point. That is the byproduct of his dream, right? And for me, the great leaders in the world, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Abraham Lincoln, Charles Pasteur, all these people, all these men and women who've gone on to do other things, never did it because they were trying to be famous, trying to be rich. They wanted to elevate and bring the people around them up, right? Charles's leadership style also speaks in this book, and that he says, leaders need to be humble, right? To stay humble like the people they're leading. I think that's an insight into his character, is the kind of leadership that he wants to lead. I put him up there with the people I admire too. John C. Maxwell, that you've mentioned in your book. Joyce Myers, right? Beth Moore. These men and women who are just trying to elevate those around them. To give them what would get you that next step. Charles is doing that. And in this book, I think he's laying that foundation. And I can't wait for the next one. I can't wait for the series to come out. And Charles, thank you. I also want to say one other thing. And this is also truly important. Teresa, thank you for the support you give him and your family. Without you, letting him do this, writing at night, or the few minutes that he has to give us this, we wouldn't be here. So thank you so much for that.